how do we build stronger community? Because I will raise my hand and my name is Bertide, and what I'm about to say is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God. When I come home, I don't
Yes.
want to F with nobody. I'm not thinking about no
What?
community. After you do all of that throughout the day,
Oh.
Sakafet, welcome to Unfiltered Liming Podcast. Join us as we reflect on our personal journeys and share our insights, experiences, and stories. From food to music, language to customs, we explore what it means to straddle two cultures and find a sense of belonging in both. Whether you're a first-time generation Caribbean American, a seasoned veteran, or simply curious about the rich tapestries of cultures that make up the Caribbean diaspora, this podcast is for you. We are your hosts, Lisa, the Dominica Diva.
Bertide, the Haitian sensation.
No one's talking, so let's get unfiltered.
today's another wonderful day. We are here with you all because we just appreciate good conversation. We appreciate our Caribbean culture. We appreciate having conversation about what makes us who we are, stronger together as a community, as we're building everything that we are going through in the world. We just feel like community is stronger together. Let's discuss that.
I think also too, I think we need community more than ever.
Yes, very much
More
so.
than ever.
Very much so. How does that look like, though? It's one thing to say that we do need that, but how does that look? How do we go from, saying it to putting it into action to actually applying it where we don't feel so overwhelmed? Let's start with when you wake up in the morning, right? You start your day with the best of intention, right? You start your day with, okay, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to eat healthy, I'm going to be nice today, I'm going to be kind, I'm going to drink, for my Haitian people, I'm going to drink some tea, te associe, whatever, ginger tea, cinnamon. We're going to maybe, go for a walk, exercise, then we're going to go to work. That's one community. We're going to go to work and make the best out of their work or 9 to 5 to make the money that we need. Then we're going to come home. Then if you have a family, you got to cook for your family. If you got a dog like I do, you got to walk your dog. You got to take care. So then, in doing all of this stuff, right? Day in and day out, how do we build stronger community? Because I will raise my hand and my name is Bertide. And what I'm about to say is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God. When I come home, I don't want to F with nobody. I'm not thinking about no community. After you do all of that throughout the day, when you come home, are you thinking about community? Are you thinking about,
no,
you don't. So
no,
how do we in our everyday, with everything that we're trying our best to live, add the community, add stronger community, have the conversation, participate in when we can. So we got to be honest with ourselves and ask the questions to ourselves about how we do build these stronger communities. And we're particularly going to focus on the women part. Men, we love you. Black men, we love you. We ain't trying to not include you, but these conversations, because we women, I can't identify as a Black man. I ain't never had a penis, so I don't know. I've never, I'm just saying, I never have. So certain stuff that we talk about is from our women's perspective. So I just want to be very clear about that. But
that's correct. The woman's perspective. Yeah. You're right.
So we all are welcoming different ideas, but again, we are always welcome to have you come on. You don't want one of these community builders want to come on and give us a few insight. But how do we build those community? How are we stronger together? What do you think? It starts with yourself. What do you think that it starts within your family, with your friends? Yeah, how do we start?
Yeah, I think it definitely starts number one with yourself and you wanting to see change. We all want to see change, right? So it becomes, what can I contribute to the change? So if I start with my family and my friends, and then at that point, when you start there, it can eventually grow to be like an octopus situation, and then the tentacles can reach out, and that's how we make communities larger. I definitely think, especially in the Caribbean culture, we do a very good job of, I feel like we do a very good job of coming together
Mm-hmm.
to have a fete.
Mm.
We do an excellent job at that.
Agree.
With that being said, if we can come together and fet with no problem, we need to also, in our strength and that community, start from there. What little things that we can do outside of our everyday 9 to 5 work, family, kids, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
that we can do to contribute. And it has to start, we can start small,
Mm-hmm.
right? We just have to start.
Right.
That's the thing. And I think without getting too heavy, one thing with, I'm going to say 2025
Mm-hmm.
is teaching us is that we need to do a better job at it as number one, women, number two, as Caribbean community, number three, as Black people as a whole. We
Mm-hmm.
need to do a better job. So if we can start with these little things, and it could be something as simple as, it could start with a conversation at a kitchen table
Mm-hmm.
with the family,
Mm-hmm.
right? You know, when we sit at those tables, a lot of times we talk about the culture, things going on in the family, the elders talking about reminiscing of things back in their time and just trying to hold on to the culture.
Mm-hmm.
In that conversation with holding on to the culture, we also talk about what can we do to pass that culture on, but also what can we do differently,
Mm-hmm.
right? But it could start as someplace small as a kitchen table,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because one thing we will do besides having a fete is getting together in the kitchen to make some food,
Yes.
some pilau and some,
Rice and beans, some
my favorite
legume.
socks. Yeah, my favorite salt
Fritai for
and
my
baked
Haitian
fish. Yep.
people. Fritai.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
Jon. That's been going on and all that good stuff.
you just keep going.
Yeah, we can
Yes.
keep going. Now I'm
You know,
hungry. Thank you very
our
much.
broth.
Yeah.
Don't forget the
Oh
broth.
Lord.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
Some people can't make broth, so 30.
Broth. Wait, is it broth or broth? No,
Broth.
some people can't make broth.
Broth. Broth. Yeah.
No,
But
getting back to the kitchen
it's
table.
all out of love, people, though. It's all, I want people to know. These are conversations. This is all with my heart. Out of love.
You still ain't safe.
Elle
You
said
still
it.
ain't. Well,
Elle
at
said
least
it.
with me, you ain't
Elle
safe with
said it,
me.
yo.
No one's safe.
I'm gonna try to be not that person because a few seasons no one was safe. I'm gonna try to be the. We're switching off this season. This is what's good about our community right here. So we're gonna use ourselves as an example.
Not
Is
me.
the fact that
Sorry.
the podcast is a perfect example of stronger community and building a community together, right? If you have followed us and you are new to us, the main mission of the podcast is to show that even though we're from different islands and we have different upbringing, we're also the same. Our household, maybe the food was a little bit different, maybe the tongue of what we were speaking was a little bit different, but we were the same. We were like, well, we want to build stronger relationship. We want to show that even though, yes, you may speak patois, speak Creole, French, or whatever, but our parents and their journey, our mothers and their journey, our fathers and their journey is just a different household, but we have a lot of similarities. So I think for,
Hmm.
like you said, it starts out at the kitchen table, but I remember back in, I don't know, a few years ago where in me trying to build a stronger community for my family, then you take it from the kitchen table, right, to the conversations and all that. And then I was like, I want to get to know them more. I want to learn more about my culture. I want to, because again, y'all Haitian are going to call me blanc because I was born out. I have not been to Haiti. I was not born in Haiti. So we all call blanc. Munadeo. Y'all know what I'm talking about, which is fine with
Hmm.
me. Or you could call me Oh American, because hey, I just have not been to Haiti. So for me, it was important to learn about my culture because love my mother dearly. They are very proud, but she didn't sit down and teach me the history. Did I have like her uncles, great uncles, and different people in the family talking about that? Yeah. But at the point, I didn't know the significance of those stories because it was coming from great uncles. They were, I was a kid. I was like, I ain't gonna try to sit down. Now I understand that those stories, how important they were. So when I got older, I took what the concept of Lisa is saying at the kitchen table, talking about this. And I was like, we should do a family reunion. So now you have a conversation. You start out with the kitchen table, then you take that concept and then you do something if you can. If you cannot, that's fine. Then you may partner up with an organization. You may find different ways financially or with your time to contribute to the communities
Mm-hmm.
that you want to contribute to, right? So I took, again, Lisa's concept is you start at the kitchen table because you see your family, your friends, or whatever. You have the conversation, you over dinner, and then you take that into something. So for me, it was starting out my family reunion because then I'm inviting others into that community to build a stronger community. I'm inviting other perspective, other stories about, oh, what can we do now? I'm sorry to say that I no longer participate in my family reunion, but it's because COVID happened. COVID happened and it just put a damn, so things change. And I'm going to leave it at that for now because we never know. But I knew for me the importance of doing the family reunion, and I did it for 5 years, was my main mission was I wanted children from our children to know, and to know that one, how large our family was,
Yes.
and
Mm-hmm.
then also to know, like, if I were to go somewhere or something happens to me, my son could just be like, oh, I got family here, I got family there, I got family here, I got cousin people that are going to look out for them. And I think is the same way African Americans do sororities and fraternity. It's the same concept.
Mm-hmm.
You have a
Mm-hmm.
network of people that you,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter if you're a blood or not. Once you join that organization, you're a family, but they have a network of people. Like if you need something, oh, okay, so and so can help you in all areas of all type of things. So I think
Mm-hmm.
as Caribbean, African American, colored people, black, however you minorities, I think we do have those resources, that there's so many organizations and so many ways of building stronger community out there. You just got to choose what fits for you, and you got to see
Mm-hmm.
how you could contribute that makes sense for you. We're not telling you that, oh, you need to, because again, like I begin the story, we wake up with a day that already is consuming us with so much, right? So you got to pick and choose, and you got to feel, make it like, okay, if I have 30 minutes today to go sit with an elder, that's what I'm going to do. And that's building a stronger
Mm-hmm.
community, because you're going to get stories, you're going to pass it down, right? If you're like, you know what? That's not for me. I don't like the elders, but you want to play basketball with the kids in the community. You understand what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
teaching them, like Earn Your Leisure, for example. We're going to
Yeah.
tag y'all in there. You started with financial education. Now you're going to Ghana to build, like, that's building a community,
Mm-hmm.
and they are using the strength of financial education to do so. The other example that I could use is
Is
PA.
us.
Yeah, us is another
Us
example,
too.
because last year we gave out the first
Seven.
Caribbean Excellence Scholarship to 3 individuals with Caribbean culture. And this year we're looking to do, well, yes. So we're looking to continue that moving forward. But that's one way we feel like we're building a stronger community. And then
Community.
we do also reach out to other people. Like when there was the hurricane that happened, we partner up with, I think she was Soka something on Instagram. We need to find her. Once we find her name, we're gonna
Yeah.
tag her. And we
And we'll
donate,
tag
yeah.
her.
And then we donated what we could as a podcast to this
Yeah.
relief fund to be able to provide whatever it was for this particular island. So there's ways that you could build stronger community, find the right people, because I know it's scary. That's the other thing too. We got to be realistic, because I know that it's scary. It's scary to trust people. It's scary to know who to trust a lot of times, because you have so many. I ain't gonna front. For me and my Scorpio eyes go in not trusting anyway, and my stinger's already on. See,
Shit.
Lisa is the Libra trying to balance shit out. I'm not. I'm
I be
coming.
trying,
I be
yo.
coming with like, yo, what
I be like,
do you want?
wait, let's talk about this. Let's look at both sides. Let's talk about this. Like, let's get a glass of wine. Let's just,
No. See,
woo.
Scorpio, we come be like, what the fuck do you want? Why you want my money? And you gotta give me X, Y, Z. What I need to see everything. I ain't trying to balance with you because I
Like,
don't trust you.
but look at the little puppies and the little babies over
Mhm.
here.
See, See, that's why we balance each other out. Cause I'd be like, yo, no, I need your rap shit. I need to know where my money is going, especially. So I do understand also the part about the community of having the resources, who to trust, and all of that can be a little bit daunting at times. But you still have, if you don't trust anybody, start your own. We're a very big advocate of starting your own organization. The example I have is and I follow her on Instagram. We follow her on Instagram. Her name is Bertrude Albert. She's with PH
Oh,
for
yes.
Global. She's a Haitian organization. And I want to start out with this young lady has a PhD. Is that
Papi show,
yeah, she ain't no poppy
as we say
show.
in Dominica,
Yes,
Papi show.
yes. She's about her stuff. So again, PhD shows that she has worked, she has dedicated herself to get the education that she is. So we got to give credit where credit is due. Her
Definitely.
organization, what I like about her is the fact that she is a very proud Haitian, but not only that, she has put her mouth where her money is, her money where her mouth is.
Put her money where her mouth is.
Is that what it is? Yo, I try to do the American singers, and yo, I be wrong all the time. Please, every time y'all know I'm doing an American singer wrong, I have tough skin. You could put it and say, "Yo, B, why are you
Put it
messing
in the
up?" Put it
comments.
in the comments, cause y'all know I'll be effing
Put
it up.
put the money where your mouth is. You put the money, put your mouth where the money is. What?
But their organization, she is about education. She actually lives in Haiti. She has been for a while now. Their organization is one of those organizations. She's strongly about education. She's strongly about rebuilding the Haitian, how people see Haitian people and living in Haiti and providing education. So her organization is one that I would say, and then she's been involved in a lot of different, what do they call it, different missions around Haiti, where she is currently, their garbage system is working. Also the canal, she's been a big part of that and helping and
Oh
making sure
yeah.
that, there's water coming in. And then that they train teachers to make sure that they're providing education. But the other part that I like about her and how I discovered her on Instagram was the fact that, again, I wanted to learn about the true history of Haiti. And she covers that.
Mhm.
She covers the true
Mhm.
history of Haiti. And then I got into, oh, she has an organization. So sometimes you meet people for one reason or you seek out things and then you find out, oh, okay,
Mhm.
it's really cool. And Bertrude, I'm gonna tag you on here. I would love for you to come on this podcast, or I would love to partner up with you for you to talk to the people on our
Mhm.
platform.
Definitely.
But yeah, so PH4 Global is one that if you're looking to again build a stronger community and you're looking to partner up with something or looking to donate or looking for ways to support the Haitian people, that would be
Mhm.
one that I would say to do also. And then for Dominica, there's also
Mhm.
Visit Dominica. Dominica has a
Yeah.
visitors, you know what I'm saying? Visitors
Bureau. Mhm.
resource bureau that you could go on there and they do a
Mhm.
lot of community things in Dominica and
And
partner.
teaching a history about Dominico too. I want to add on with community also too is that we call our followers a D-Liming crew. We want them to know that this is a safe haven also too.
Hmm.
And that this is a community. If you feel like you need to reach out and you need to talk to someone as well, definitely we're creating a community of first generations that
Hmm.
just have a place to come and chat.
Hmm.
So at any point you could drop you in the comments, or if you want to share something private, you can also DM us too. That'll be private. And then if you want to come on and talk about communities that you're sharing or communities you want to be a part of, or maybe a community idea
Hmm.
that you want backing also too, feel free to reach out to us too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people feel like they just want a safe space, as you
Hmm.
mentioned. And that's one thing that we can reassure, that we're a safe space. We do crack a lot of jokes,
Yes. But that's
but we're a safe
but that's the
space.
Caribbean way. Like
Yeah, we
if
can't help
we're not
ourselves.
joking or cracking jokes, you gotta have some. And we understand. The younger generation, we want everybody to be welcome. And like I said, that's what when I was younger, the great uncles were telling the stories, but I didn't know. So we want to be able to also bridge that gap that the next generation doesn't feel out of touch with our story and with our culture. Because if we
Hmm.
or feeling proud. Because I would say, again, nothing with my parents, they did a beautiful job, but there's a gap that I had to go and seek out a lot
Mm-hmm.
of my community and identity. Even though I was around it, being around something doesn't always mean you understand that thing,
That's
right?
true.
You
That's
have
true.
to talk
Yeah.
about it. You have to answer questions. You have to show me, okay, we're Haitian, we're proud people. Why?
Yeah.
Especially like, I understand the ones born in Haiti understand it, and I think I've mentioned that before. My cousins that were born, because they go to school and they learn about their true history, unlike
Mm-hmm.
certain places. But
Mm-hmm.
they learn about that. So they come here with the mindset, yo, I'm Haitian, we are the
Mm-hmm.
first, don't blah blah blah, and
Mm-hmm.
where that they bleed. You
Proud,
understand what I'm saying?
proud.
But
But then, yeah, and the same thing in Dominica too. They teach about the Dominican
mm-hmm,
history, but then also too, and again, this is no fault of their own
mm-hmm,
because our parents came to this country. They're trying to survive
mm-hmm,
themselves and acclimate themselves to a new
mm-hmm,
culture and country. So a lot of times, some of, I'm gonna say, the bad habits
mm-hmm,
came with them where children were seen and not heard.
mm-hmm,
So we didn't have the opportunity to sit at the table. They did teach us a lot, some things. I'm gonna say a lot of things about our culture, but we couldn't ask the question why.
mm-hmm.
That's the thing we could not add.
Okay.
So that's another thing I feel like this podcast came out of that too was
Mm-hmm,
like our grievances. It
mm-hmm.
started off with the things that our parents are not talking
Right,
about.
right.
You know what I mean? The just like you said, bridging that gap, you
Mm-hmm.
know? So that's another reason why I emphasize like this is a safe space because we have to basically learn from each other. You know, our parents now, I feel like they are of
Right,
age
right.
and we're grown that we can start asking some
Mm-hmm.
questions, but also too, with the, I hate to say the dying age too of
Mm-hmm.
our elders, we're losing a lot of
Right,
things because we didn't have the opportunity to talk about it when we were younger.
right.
So,
So at the,
but
like you said, so at the kitchen
definitely,
table, when you're building that community,
hmm
even though the food is important, even though the music is important, the history is as important. And if you can,
hmm
then place them in resources or environment, like I say, PH Global and so many other resources that are out there, that you're providing resources for your children, the younger generation, to feel proud. Because I know our children, they are very proud. My son is very proud
very,
that,
very,
yo, he found out that he's Haitian 100%. And I know you're going to ask me. So if you want to know why that I said what I said, comment below and we'll tell you the ending of that story. But he's found out that he's a
hmm
hunter. I'm 100% Haitian. His daddy's 100%. And he found out and he was like, oh, yo, he has
yeah,
a different step, a different pet, a
hmm
different whatever.
yeah,
And he stepped because, and I know that's way different than mine when I grew up feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm Haitian. He has a totally, but again, it's the way that I'm relating the history, I'm
hmm
relating the
hmm
information, and we're having conversation. And it's not like, oh, we're Caribbean and we're the best and all this stuff. The good and the bad. You got to give all of it, but you got to also stand 10 toes. Did I use that word?
tall,
10 toes tall. Okay, because I was going to say 10
tall.
toes deep. Thank you. See, I was about to
You
mess
can say 10 toes strong too. Yeah,
I
you
was
can
about
say
I
that.
was about to mess that zinger up, but thank you for the save. But yes, he's like, you got to be able to stand 10 toes and be able to know the history, be able to know when people are effing with you about who you are,
Yeah,
and be able
yeah,
to be like, oh, so yeah, I would
yeah.
say
But
definitely.
yeah, I would have to say we are proud
Hmm.
of our culture because I know plenty of times, you know, and I know I've mentioned this story before where it's like back in the days, I would never miss a mass. I would never miss a carnival. I would never miss a jump up. And my dad would always say, like, but you're American. I don't, who are you? And I'm like, just because you guys came here and I'm born here,
Hmm.
that doesn't mean that my culture is just out the window
Hmm.
or better yet, what probably some of the problem is, I think some people, and I'm not necessarily saying my parents, I think some people come here to this country and they want to leave their culture behind.
Mhm.
And they just want to be like, I'm here in America. This is the
Mhm.
promised land. So
Right.
we're all about this.
Right.
And they throw it out. I do notice that there are some people that come from different countries
Mhm.
and they just throw the baby out with the baby water. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And I don't believe that you should do that,
Right.
because, and I guess what also helped too is that from the time we were babies, we went back like every other summer.
Oh, that's good.
You know what I'm saying? And at those house parties, so
Mhm.
all of those things kept you. Well, this is in my mind. I'm like, well, this is who we are.
Right. Right.
This is who I am.
And it's
Even though I'm in the United States,
right.
this is who I am.
And I also feel
So
like for our parents, because my parents did that, especially my mom. We were born in Guadeloupe, so when she would introduce us to people, or even with some of our cousins, it's like, oh, these are the Guadeloupeans, right? But then at the same time, and I don't want to get into nothing, you are where your parents are born. So I still have a
yeah,
conflict now. Like,
yeah.
again, this morning, I'm going for my walk, and this person's like, oh, hi, good morning. I say hi to them, and they notice the accent, and they were like, oh, where are you from? And I find myself always saying,
I always say it.
I was born in Guadeloupe, but my parents are Haitian, instead of saying I'm Haitian. I
No,
have
I
a
just be telling people I'm Dominican. I
yeah,
just say it
and
straight up. I'm from Dominica.
for me, I think it's also like the mindset. That's something I'm working on because it's just so ingrained in me that, oh, I was born in Guadeloupe, and I think it's still, I don't know if it's just, still not considering myself, or considering what people feel about Haitians and Haiti and things like that.
Mhm.
But you are where your parents are born, and like you, to your point, it's
Mhm.
like your parents. I don't think that they were ashamed of being Haitian, but like you said, they left, that part of their life. So for my mom, when she introduced us, she felt like, oh, well, my kids were born outside of Haiti. To her, she did it as a badge, not to be disrespectful, I don't think, but it was just like, okay, they were born in a French island. You understand what I mean? So
Mhm. Mhm.
like there's a complex within our parents, and I don't think that they
Mhm.
realize it, to tell people
Mhm.
like, hey, your son, your child
It's
is
okay to be
American.
proud of where you're
Yeah,
from. It's
yeah, because my
okay. And
son
I
will
think,
tell you he's Haitian,
yeah.
even though he said he was born
Yeah.
and raised here. My son will tell you he Haitian. Okay, don't mess
And
with
that's
him.
the and that's the thing. I think because America is a melting pot,
Hmm.
everybody's proud of where they're from. So it's just kind of like, like they say, I'm black and I'm proud. Yeah, I'm Dominican and I'm
Yes,
proud. I'm Haitian and I'm proud.
yes,
Like, I'm
yes.
Puerto Rican and I'm proud. Like,
Right,
it's
right,
just, I'm Colombian and I'm proud.
right,
It's
right,
just what it is.
right.
And you know who the loudest is, the Trinis. I'm Trini and I'm proud.
But yeah,
We won't talk about that.
so at the end of the day, we gotta take the good with the bad,
Hmm.
teach the good and the bad, because I feel
Hmm.
like that's another thing too with our culture. I would say with Haitian.
Yes.
And with Haitian, we are always, and it's a double-edged sword, is what I'm gonna say, because we are proud to talk about the history, about the revolution, about the first independent. All of these things are phenomenal because damn right, we should be. But at the same time, what I don't like is then we brush certain conversation under the rug, and we can't do that. And I'm not saying that we should do
Hmm.
that in all arenas, but I feel like you
Hmm.
said, at the kitchen table with your family,
Hmm.
have the
Hmm.
conversation so that way your children, when they go out in the world, they are fully equipped, right?
Hmm.
Because I think that's a struggle that we need to overcome to be a better
Hmm.
community, within just not, because our communities are built on individuals, individuals and families, families and community, community to the world, right? That's how things
Yeah.
work. So if you're
Yeah.
not equipping the individual to be able to be
Hmm.
a good family person, to be able to go out in the community and be a good citizen, then you're putting out
Yeah.
you're putting out not quality assets, would I
Humans?
say, humans assets, to go out in the world and to build those stronger communities. Because then a lot of times I feel like that's where we also lack, if we're not building strong children, women, and girls and boys, that they don't
Mm-hmm.
know their identity as far as the girls, the
Yeah.
boys, they don't know their
It's
identities, they don't
huge.
have the confidence,
Hmm?
then what kind of community are we building? What kind of community are
Yep.
we living? So everything that we, like Lisa said, that we put at that kitchen table, what do we
Mm-hmm.
make? Okay, my Haitian people, when we're seasoning, when we're about to cook, because that's we all familiar with cooking. Dominica, you all familiar, right? You buy your meat, you clean your meat, you season
Wash
it.
your meat.
Wash your meat, please.
Wash your meat.
Lavez bien le citron, bon citron. Okay? Wash your
Me.
meat,
What she said.
hot water. Then you put your seasoning, and then you cook it how you. What did I tell you? I gave you 4 or 5 steps,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So when you are with human beings, there are 4 or 5 steps to be able
Yep.
to. So guess what? If you don't wash your meat, I'm not eating it.
And listen, word gets out in the street. Don't go to their house. They don't wash their meat. Trust when I tell you.
So if you
It passes down. Word in the street.
So if you are creating, if we are putting out strong community and these individuals are missing 3 steps or 3 things, you understand what I'm saying? Whatever it could be, mind, body, spirit, you're not emotionally connecting with them on that level or providing them resources for them when they go out in the community to be emotionally intelligent, spiritually intelligent, mindfully intelligent. There's all these kind of different avenues, physically intelligent, because we want them to be healthy and to be able to live long and all that good stuff. If you are missing these steps, what other things gonna happen to your food? It's either not gonna
Yep.
be, it's gonna stink because you ain't wash your meat. It's not gonna be, if you don't season, it's not gonna taste right if you don't cook it. Like,
Mm-mm.
it's all part of the recipe, people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know
Yep.
how else to.
Yep. And then all of these things, when you're sitting down and passing this knowledge on, you're also creating a bond, right? And then also to getting back to sisterhood. Women, your grandmother, your great grandmother, your mom in the kitchen, everything, that's the sisterhood. You're creating those
Mhm.
bonds. That's what you're passing down to the next generation,
Right,
right?
right.
So when you pass that down to the next generations,
Cinderella.
thank you, Cinderella. Then once you're passing these down to the next generation and creating that bond and that sisterhood, you're also giving women the confidence.
Mhm,
You're giving them, and even your little boys that you have in the
mhm,
kitchen, and you're passing down these recipes, because the little boys, they need to know these recipes too, to keep their culture going as too. You're creating a sense of confidence too. That's another thing that people don't realize that comes with that,
mhm.
right? And with that confidence, that you can bring to community. And
Correct.
that even gives people the confidence to be like, I can grow my community because
Right.
I have the confidence. I have something to share. I
Mhm,
have something to bring to the table,
mhm.
right? And that's what it is at the end of the day, be able to come to the table with
Right.
something and passing it down for the future to come. Because what we don't want is to lose that sense of community for the future.
Mhm.
And we don't want to lose a sense of culture, pride,
Right.
confidence. We need all of that
Right.
in a bucket moving forward for the future. Because the future, the past is done.
Right.
That's all we have left is the future.
And you need to,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
and we need to learn. We need to learn from all of it. And we need to, like you said, because we're building communities, whether they're
Hmm.
strong or not, we're building communities, regardless
Or
of how,
small or big.
right.
Yeah. Even if it's they start off small,
But not
they
only
will
that,
grow.
yeah, but not only that, I'm talking about strong communities. We're building
Hmm.
communities because you could be in a home environment and it's miserable. So we could build,
That's
so
true.
our communities can either be thriving or not thriving. They could be successful
Hmm.
or not successful. So regardless of how
Okay.
we're talking about strength, is the opposite. What's the opposite of being strong?
Weak.
So if we don't build strong community, what do you think we're building?
Weak lens.
Ding, 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 because we are still part of a community. However, we want to
Yeah.
look at it for our children, for ourselves, if we're not doing something to build stronger communities, again, it doesn't matter. We also don't want people to feel like they need to do this big, grander thing.
No.
You don't need to
Mm-mm.
be
Do
PH.
your part.
You don't need to
You can do
be
your part.
PH4 global. You don't need to, if that's not for you, you do not. Like I said, if it's sitting with an elder 5 minutes, if it's
Hmm.
reading to kids, something small that you feel like you can, even if you are a stay-at-home mom, and the best that you could do is to make sure that your children have all the ingredients to be wonderful human beings.
Yeah,
That is
that's what we
still
want to
part of
do.
building a strong
Mhm.
community.
Mhm.
Your husband is
Yep,
taken
cuz with
care
these
of.
communities, these are safe places. Yep.
Your home is taken
Safe
care
places.
of. You're taken care of. You're making sure
Mhm.
that what you're putting out and speaking over your family, over yourself, that is strong community. If you are strong, your community and everything you come around is also going to be strong. So we
Yeah.
every it's like the Bible says it, right? We are all part of a unit, kind of.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
the right hand and left hand are two separate entities. But
Mhm.
it all works for one. So if you
Mhm.
understand what I'm saying, I'm paraphrasing. Just like my English singer, my Bible's a parable. So you gotta take what it is.
You got it.
You know what it is. Just take it for what it is. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. But
Yep. You got
the
it.
stronger
Yep.
communities for all men, women, especially women. Not that jealousy and all that. Let's not do that too. Because I know sometimes I talk to
Mm-mm-mm.
my we could be petty, we could be jealous, we could be, and I know again, women's
And
perspective.
we need, and listen, we need, again, I don't mean to bring up, all I'm going to say is in 2025, we need each other, and we need to, how do I want to say, foster those communities that are existing.
Mhm.
We need to support the causes
Mhm.
in those communities.
Mhm.
Yeah, we need to lock in. I don't know how to say it. Lock in, people.
Yes,
That's what we need to do right now.
we
And with
need
the
each
call to
other.
action, yes, and we're having a call to action is to build the strength and the bonds
Right.
in the community and in the Caribbean community and also the Caribbean American
Mhm.
community.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we need to do. So, B, I'm gonna let you talk about the 3 tips this week that our D-Liming crew can help contribute to creating these stronger communities
Yeah.
and bonds that we need so desperately in 2025.
Yes.
Just
So
saying.
definitely, and
Lord.
we want to ask you guys, like, how do you stay connected to with each other, with other Caribbean women to support the community? We give you guys a couple of examples, so let us know what other example that you guys have as well, other organization that you feel like we need to partner up with to build stronger communities. Again, we give out a scholarship every year.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd love to, if you have any candidates that you feel qualified, there's a qualification process, people, for, high school students. High school students to qualify. So definitely, again, we're building communities. We're giving the next generation a guide, a light, something that we could do to just continue the culture and stuff like that. So let us know if you do have a high school student or whatever that you think would qualify and that we should consider for a scholarship, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know. So, our tip for this at wonderful Building Strong Community episode is seek out Caribbean community organization like PH4 Global, like the Visit Dominica Bureau of Visitors. You know, you could join social groups. Again, Instagram is a great place. Facebook is a great place. These organizations have these pages. So go in there, like, comment, share, support them, share their stuff. Unfiltered Liming Podcast. Also join.
And we'll also list a few other Caribbean podcasts too,
Hmm.
women podcasts too.
Right.
We'll share that also too as well.
Right. Join social group, attend cultural events like Lisa said. If it's carnival, mass, whatever it is, join those things because they do happen in the community. So if you feel comfortable going, definitely go. If you can, support local restaurants, support local
Mm-hmm.
resources where you can. I know I support
Businesses.
my
Yeah.
local businesses, my Haitian restaurants. Thank you so much. I love y'all for real. Volunteer, like I said, your time. The other one is connect with other Caribbean women online. We've done that. Shout out to Rosie. Was it Rosie Perspective? I think she's, when we
Yeah,
start,
Rosie's
yeah,
perspective.
when we
Yeah.
started out, she connected with us. I was also, thank you to the Haitian American Diaries. I was on their podcast a couple of seasons ago. Again, these are two female podcaster content creators. So again, there are those concepts. So thank you for them for reaching out, and we follow them, and they have great, episode and stories that they share as well. So definitely that's one way for you guys to continue doing that. So online is in social media, and then be a mentor to Caribbean women or men. Share your
Mm-hmm.
experience and offer guidance to the next generation because that's very important to make yourself
Mm-hmm.
available and be honest. Because one thing I would have to say is I love my mom to death. I love the women in my family, and no shade to them. Nobody's perfect.
Hmm.
I'm gonna leave it at that because that's gonna be another story. Continue to follow us for this season so you can hear the rest of that.
Damn, we just gonna leave them hanging just like that. All right. Peace.
Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of the Unfiltered Lyman podcast. We hope you enjoyed the conversation and gained some valuable insight. Don't forget to subscribe to the show so you can catch every new episode and leave us a review so we can continue to bring you fresh, exciting content. And if you have a topic you'd like us to discuss or a story you'd like to share, please reach out to us via our website. Join us again next Thursday for another unfiltered conversation about the rich diversity and complexity of the Caribbean American experience. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep celebrating the unique cultural heritage that makes us who we are. Unfiltered Lyman is edited and produced by Unfiltered Lyman.